So I was talking to my friend the other day about, I don't know if you guys have seen those trends where a person is doing something and then once they've completed one step, they take a shot and then see how it goes as, you know, it progresses. So my friend recommended I try that, but with doing a granny square, and then of course after every round, I take a shot. So we're gonna try that today. Here's the square I picked. I figured it was the simplest one. As you can see, it says traditional granny square. So just in case, I'll hopefully be able to finish it. Today we're gonna be drinking 99 bananas. I'm only gonna do half shots after every round because if anyone has had 99 bananas, you know you don't need a full shot of that, especially if I'm gonna be taking so many. So here is our color that we're gonna be using, our colors that we're gonna be using, sorry. Okay, so kind of nervous but also excited. So actually I feel like we should order these. I feel like I haven't gotten any faster at doing granny squares, even though I've been doing them for so long now. Okay, so let's see. Actually, we're just gonna detach and reattach. Y'all, this is what be going through my head when I'm crocheting. You can like hear my thoughts. Okay, I didn't bring a chaser and I don't feel like getting up, so you're just gonna pray for me. Oh my god. Fair warning, if I make a face after, you guys can make fun of me. Ah. Okay. Alright, round one done. Okay. Alright. It's like warm too, so no bueno. Okay. Attach arm B, which we're doing now. This was such a bad idea. Y'all, fair warning, I am a super lightweight. Adding to the fact that it's 99 bananas and I haven't eaten all day, it's not looking good. I feel like I'm moving kind of fast. I can still close my eyes and crochet. It's a good sign. Let's see if I can finish this corner. Okay. It's pretty good. All right, here we go. Round two is done. It's looking cute. I guess the pink in the middle does look okay though, right? I think we picked the wrong blue because this is so bright, but whatever, we're going with it. Okay, these two colors are done. Shot two. All right, shot two. Oof. Okay, I'm reading ahead and it's confusing me. So let's go ahead and I'm laughing at myself because I know I'm looking so dumb right now. I feel dumb. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5 like normal. We'll do them looser this time. Hopefully that'll help. All right, let's see if I can do this with closing my eyes again. Okay. Close eye check. Worked on this round too. Oh, spoke too soon. Oh my god. 2. I'm so determined to do it with this closed. 3. Okay. We did a corner with our eyes closed. Oh man. Another row in the books. I need to move this tail to the back because it's bothering me. There we go. All right, we're getting somewhere. Yay. Y'all know what time it is. Definitely starting to feel it, I'm not even gonna lie. What is this, shot 4? Shot 3? Shot 4? I don't even. Cheers. Okay. Put this to our dump pile. Right now we're going with green. I guess I can tell y'all about myself while I'm doing this. So, if you guys didn't know, my actual name, 3, 4, 5, is Victoria. I started teaching myself to crochet about 5 years ago on YouTube, actually. So initially I went to a class at Joann's, RIP, when I first wanted to start learning to crochet. However, I don't know, something about the hands-on learning, I just could not wrap my mind around it. I did try when I got home that night to like keep practicing, and I wouldn't catch on, so I just kind of gave up. And then a few months later I decided to try and pick it back up again, just because I did enjoy it. It's just when I can't learn something, it kind of frustrates me. So I decided to try and pick it up again. And then that's when I tried going on YouTube and just watched a bunch of tutorials, and then eventually just got the hang of it. I started out by making baby clothes, actually, like diaper covers and baby booties, and that was my jam when I first started crocheting. For some reason, I couldn't even tell you why. I think it was because it was easier to work up. Like, baby clothes are obviously a lot smaller than adult clothes, so that's how I got my start in crocheting. I decided to open my Etsy shop. I couldn't even tell you why I thought that I wanted to open an Etsy shop, but I started my Etsy shop primarily selling a diaper cover of Yoda I had made, right? So I was primarily selling that, which I loved making, one of my favorite things to make. And then eventually I just ventured out into making like bikini tops and small things like that, bikini bottoms, just bikini sets, I guess, in general. And then I learned quickly that selling adult clothes on Etsy was not for me, just because it's hard to make I found personally, it was hard to make something that I wasn't putting against my body to check on every time, like I finished a row or a few rows or anything like that. So I just determined that that wasn't for me. I still loved making like clothes for myself, but as far as selling it, didn't like doing that. I would say I started my amigurumi with all of my plush yarns here. I would say I started that journey maybe a year and a half ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And I don't really know what's wanted me to get started in that. I know I did make like little stuffed animals and stuffies and stuff like that, but out of acrylic yarn. I never wanted to try using chenille yarn. To me, it was so intimidating. But one day I decided to go on the Premier website, and I went absolutely nuts. Ordered like $700 worth of yarn just to get myself started. And the rest is history. I love crocheting basically anything. I'm the type of person that I see something, I'll screenshot it, save it to my files of things I want to try, and will never try it. I just have a long going list of things I want to try crocheting but never do. Unfortunately, of course. I also am a pattern hoarder, so I buy patterns on Etsy like a mad woman, and they all sit in my cart. Not in my cart, because I actually buy them in my like library of purchases or whatever it's called. I think because I was taking inventory of it the other day, I just wanted to see how many I had, like how many patterns I had that I had not even tried making, and I think I was close to 600, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. I always tell myself I'm gonna like start working through those patterns in some of these videos, like just do a series about it. but still have yet to do that as well. I love making rave clothing, so like I love EDC, so I love making my outfits for that every year. I actually make me and my best friend both of our outfits, so we're always matching, which feels really cool. And I love going to EDC in those outfits because people ask you, next row done, oh my gosh, it is coming out cute. People always ask you like, hey, where'd you get that top? And then I'm able to say, hey, I made it, here's the business card, that type of thing. I also bartend, so with my bartending job, we do dress ups with bikinis, so I'm able to wear my, that was a big shot. I'm able to do like wear my bikinis to that too, so that's pretty cool. All right, I poured way too much. Okay. All right, I'm actually really excited about this color because it's so pretty. Oh, this is Big Twist, I know that. Just like the pink one was. I used to love Big Twist with their neon. So pretty. All right, let's attach this yarn. Did we do an eyes closed check for the green? Did we? I can't even remember. We'll do one this time. I do remember we crochet or we chain 5 to start. That I do remember. 3, 4, 5, and we crochet them loose. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at in my crochet journey. I love trying new things. Anything I see, I love. I love doing tapestry. It annoys the heck out of me sometimes just because the color changes just be so annoying, but the finished worked up pieces are so worth it. It's a big difference going from amigurumi to something like tapestry, right? It's a big change, but it's also nice to know that I can do whichever one I'm feeling in that moment, you know. So I can do tapestry sometimes, I can make a stuffed animal if I'm feeling that. I recently got into C2C as well, which for those of you who don't know is kind of like tapestry but also a lot different. So I got into C2C. I'm making my first blanket. I just found out about Stitch Fiddle, so I want to make my mom a blanket for Christmas with like one of our family pictures as it. And on Stitch Fiddle you can do that, so I'm excited to get that started eventually. Like I said, I have so many so many projects in mind, but none of them actually end up happening, unfortunately. Besides crocheting and having my little crochet business, I do have 2 jobs. So I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, like I call it my big girl job, quote unquote. And then I also bartend at nights and on the weekends. So I consider crochet like my 3rd job because I do have my Etsy shop where I do have to fulfill orders, and then I do markets, and now doing these videos and having to edit them and everything, you know what I mean? So it all counts as my crochet. So I definitely stay busy, but it does make me happy. So I think it's hard when we do decide to shift crochet from a passion to a business, because then it does start to feel like work and you do start to feel burnout. Especially when I was doing craft shows, like the market prepping of it all, it's just so repetitive and it just kind of takes the fun out of it, right? But then going to a market and seeing people's faces, especially little kids' faces when they see your items, it makes it all worth it. But like at the same time, it's a thin balance that you do have to, like, you know, figure out. So yeah, as far as why my business is named Divine Euphoria, when I first started to learn how to crochet, I was in a deep depression, like a deep depression. So I turned to yoga. I actually started to go to yoga school to become a yoga instructor. And at the same time, I was also teaching myself how to crochet. So words like divine and euphoria were words that reminded me and resonated with me when I was on my yoga journey. So I just put them together and I just loved how it sounded. That's why also my logo colors, if you see my logo colors, are brown and green, because when I was making my logo, I did ask them to use brown and green because I wanted it to symbolize a tree. and just growth, right? Just growth of people, growth of yourself, growth of my business, growth of everything, and me being able to grow out of that depression because of crochet is really why I wanted to do it that way. All right, guys, we're at a corner. Let's see. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Sorry, I opened my eyes. I didn't look. 2, 3. I'll do one more just for good measure. See if we can feel it. Okay. I always crochet with my eyes closed for some reason. I'll just be laying in bed or crocheting, or I'll be like at the pool, on the pool deck, and I'll be like crocheting but with my eyes closed so I can tan correctly. So I'm used to crocheting with my eyes closed. People think that it's crazy, but it's all about feeling your stitches, right? Especially because I use a lot of black yarn too, so I'm just used to feeling my stitches. So I feel like this just comes kind of normal to me, except when I mess up a stitch like I feel like I just did, but we definitely made it work. Y'all, I did this whole round. Let's see if we could do the last part. I know I can't slip stitch with my eyes closed, but oh my gosh. 2. I feel the string coming up. 1, 2. No, I messed it up. 1, 2. There you go. 2, 3. Ah! I did it! Wait. I feel like that neon kind of threw off the vibes. Just a teensy bit, but I love the neon, and this is a granny square blanket about things I love, so it's okay. All right, guys, we're looking good so far. We only have 2 rounds left, and I've only been at this for 27 minutes, so actually, like, kudos to the girl. We gotta find a center pole because I'm not messing around with no yarn that's bobbing around everywhere. We're not doing that. Okay. Oh my god, I almost forgot to take a shot. Probably on purpose because I should not be doing this, but it's okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I only have 2 more and then I'm done. The way I'm about to pass out after this is crazy. You think it's gonna get easier, but like, it doesn't. Okay. Oof. That one lingered. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot I was defrosting ice cream. Fun fact, I hate my ice cream cold, which I know sounds super weird. My boyfriend makes fun of me for it all the time. But I like my ice cream melted, like low-key, like a milkshake. So I took out ice cream before I started this video, but like I just realized it's been a while. So it's probably melted everywhere. 3, 4, 5. Yo, we didn't even need the book after the first round. That's like dope. Okay. Oh no, I spoke too soon, guys. I spoke too soon. I was doing so good. All right, what else can I tell you about myself? I love cats. I'm definitely a cat person. I'm a dog person too, though, but my apartment complex where I stay, like, I'm not allowed to have dogs, and was going through another depression and I wanted like an animal to like keep me company. And since I couldn't have dogs, I was like, okay, well, if a cat comes upon me, like, we're gonna take that as a sign. You know what I mean? Like cat distribution system, whatever they call that. So I was at my sister-in-law's house one day, and she has a big backyard, like a big backyard, her parents' house. So I was sitting in the backyard one day on one of the benches that she has out there, and a cat walked up to me, and come to find out, she has a house cat, and that house cat had been roaming around and I guess had babies with a stray cat. So those were stray cat babies. So I ended up taking one of those babies home. Loved him. His name is Pepe. He definitely taught me patience and humbled the hell out of me. Humbled the heck out of me. And then I went back to her house a couple weeks later. And then another one of the stray babies walked up to me. So I ended up taking her home too. I named her Nova. And then I didn't get either of them spay or neutered because I'm just dumb. So they ended up having babies. Nova had 6 babies. I ended up giving 5 of them away, but obviously I had to keep one because it was like my grandson at that point, right? So I kept one of the babies. I named him Saki, after my sister actually, where I found the cats because me and her love drinking sake together, so that's why I named it Saki. So then we had Saki, and then one of my friends on Instagram had posted that she found stray cats on the side of the road, and I figured if I have 3, what is one more? So I ended up taking one of those cats, and then I named him Leonidas. So I went from 0 to 4 real quick, but I love them all. It's cool to me how each cat, right, has such a different personality. I think that that's the coolest thing ever, and it really shows it just, we are such unique creatures just in general, right? So yeah, he was a lot different than the rest of the cats. But yes, so definitely a cat person. I grew up with dogs my entire life though. I had a dog that I had since I was 16 that passed away recently actually. 2 dogs, should I say, that passed away recently, and then the cats just so happened to come into my life right after that. So it kind of worked out perfectly. God does work in mysterious ways. So yeah, my favorite food. I hate it when people ask me that question because I feel like it definitely depends on the day. Like today, if you were to ask me, I would probably say empanadas, which is the answer a lot of. No. A hot dog, fully loaded with the little potato chips and everything. Definitely one of my favorite foods, which I know people be hating on hot dogs, but they're so good. I don't eat a lot, which I know sounds weird, but I really don't eat a lot. So, I mean, when I do eat, I'll eat like a ton, and then I'll like just go into hibernation and not eat for a couple days. It's really weird. I love Taco Bell. Chalupas for life, so good. Chalupa Supremes for life. I've also recently gotten back into liking McDonald's. I actually didn't like Taco Bell for a while either, so gotten back into liking both of them. That free medium fry with a $1 purchase on their app just be getting me every time. Just be getting me every time. What else? My birthday is in a month. Less than a month actually. My birthday's on September 3rd, so next month. I don't know what I'm doing for it, but I do love spooky season. That's definitely one thing about me. Like anything Halloween related, literally anything at all, I love. Anything scary, anything spooky. My favorite movies, if you were to ask me, would be literally anything spooky. Like Final Destination, the entire series. Saw, don't even get me started on Saw. I can like literally watch Saw like, actually I do. I do watch Saw at least like the entire run through of it at least once a month, maybe more if I'm feeling like it, like I want to watch it once more, but at least once a month I watch the entire Saw series. Fun fact, the last Saw that just came out in theaters, which was a couple years ago, but the last Saw that just came out in theaters, definitely cried. Which it sounds crazy crying during a scary movie, but yeah, definitely cried. I also love, which is the polar opposite, but I also love kids movies. I just recently watched Inside Out for the first time. Such a good movie. The second one was like, I don't know, they made it a little too cartoony for my liking, but the first one was really good. I would say my favorite kids movie would probably have to be How to Train Your Dragon, which I just saw recently too. Either that or Wall-E. Wall-E's always a safe bet. There's A Bug's Life. Oh, don't get me started on Bug's Life. Also, I'm like a creature of habit, so once I find out I like something, I can just watch it over and over again. All right, y'all. Oh. Did we forget to do the blind test? I think we did. Okay, well, in any case, we're done with this round. Yeah, we're only at 35 minutes. This actually was not long at all. I'm sure I'm gonna crop this so you guys don't have to watch 30 minutes, but in any case, it's so pretty. Oh my god. All right. Y'all, just one more shot and I'm done. You see how my cheeks are like rosy? Them alcohol is hitting. Y'all, let me pour a big one again. Okay. Cheers. Last one. Yeah, last one. Okay. Move to the finish side. I don't know where this red, like what brand it is, because obviously there's no label on it, you know what I mean? But whatever it is, it's so soft. Oh, speaking of, so I'm getting back into acrylic yarn so much more now that I'm doing so many more granny squares, which I'm finding so much joy in, by the way. Like, doing my granny square a day videos just makes me so happy. So I'm getting back into it. But like hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, granny squares. Yes. Finding so much joy in making granny squares, which I used to never make. I'm not gonna lie, just never was my thing. But now I see how much you can make from granny squares. Like, you can make bags, you can make this, you can make cardigans, you can make so much out of granny squares. So like, I'm starting to like them a lot, especially again after doing that granny square day video. So I'm starting to get back into acrylic yarn. However, the acrylic yarn that I bought, like I was telling you guys, was from when I first started crocheting like 5 years ago. So I feel like it's all either like, I know you guys know what I'm about. It's like dry and like crusty feeling, and it's just like, it does not glide nicely at all. So I do feel like I need to find a new, oopsie. First stitch I missed. I need to find a new, acrylic yarn that I like, especially with big twists not around. Besides Hirschner's, yes, I know it's on Hirschner's, guys, but besides Hirschner's, like, I don't know, getting big twists and not getting it from Joann's just makes me sad. So I need to find a new acrylic yarn. I did try out Michael's acrylic yarn, like loops and threads, but I feel like it's so scratchy. Like, it's not even soft at all. I did not like it one bit. What else? I do love Hobby Lobby's acrylic, which I know Hobby Lobby is like hit or miss. Like, people either like it or people either love it or hate it. But I really did like how soft it was. The only bad side for me about Hobby Lobby yarn was that, or acrylic yarn, was that it kept like splitting. So that was like really annoying for me, but it was so soft, y'all. I had never felt an acrylic yarn as soft as Hobby Lobby's. I recently ordered Hirschner's brand of acrylic, so I can try that out. The reviews seemed good from what I saw on their own website. I tried to like look for more reviews on, am I almost done? Oh my god, I've only done one side. I tried to look for more reviews on YouTube, but nothing was coming up. So we're just gonna cross our fingers and pray that it feels good. We tried Hirschner's. What else did we order from? Premier. I've already tried Premier acrylic just because I've gotten Premier acrylic from the Dollar Tree, which I would assume would be the same thing. I don't know why they changed that. I don't mind their acrylic. I feel like after filling it with Hobby Lobbies, it could definitely be softer, but it'll do. I would definitely put them, it would, for me right now, it would be Hobby Lobby, Big Twist, Premier, and then Michael's. I want to try Hobie's acrylic, although I went on Hobie's website and I feel as though they have a lot of like cheap stuff, but like if you look at the amount of like weight or like yardage in their balls, it's so minimal that it's just like, is this even worth it? Because if we're talking granny squares, can we put Glon Loop back up? Yes, of course we can. If we're talking, yo, my cheeks are so red. I'm so glad I'm almost done with this, y'all. I love spending time with you, but like a girl is like, I have so many ring lights on right now. Like I have one behind me and I have one like on my grandma strand, and they're like lighting me up. And I turned off my air conditioning just so that when it turned on, it wouldn't like ruin my sound because my mic wasn't charged. So like your girl is actually, and I'm wearing jeans, so your girl is actually going through it right now. But I cannot believe we almost finished the square. I'm so excited. Like I'm like almost eating it. Like it's like all up in my face. This is good because I stopped the granny square I was working on actually today. I was totally talking about yarn, wasn't I? And I stopped mid-conversation. LOL, well, hopefully that was dead. I don't know what I was saying. But anyway, back to the granny square. Yeah, I was working on a granny square and I hate the white yarn that I was using. Like, y'all, it was so, I had to do bobble stitches for that square, and every time I did a bobble stitch, it would just unravel. I don't know if you've ever happened to you, but like it would just unravel, and I was just so over it. But I was like halfway through, so I had to commit, but like high key could not commit. So like gonna have to finish that in a different outfit at a later date. I'm almost done. I'll show you guys when I'm done with this square because we only have one more side left. Holla. Oh my god, I was so close to doing it without doing that. Okay. Wait for one last time. Let's see if we can complete this with our eyebrows closed. I hope I don't look scary when I do this because I can't obviously see what I'm doing, but one. I can feel it not hooking all the way through. 2. Yeah, this is harder. 3. Why does it keep 1. 1, 2. Okay. It's another siren. Sorry guys. 1, 2 hook. Yeah, 2 loops. 1, 2. All right, we're gonna. I feel like it's getting so messed up. 2. Okay, we're gonna make this work. 3. Okay, low key did it. All right, let's see about this panel. Y'all, if this wasn't so heavy to carry while my eyes were closed, I promise this would be a lot easier. All right, let's see. We're gonna try and put this in the back because we just are. Actually, let me do this one first with my eyeballs open, just so I can get it out of my way. 2, 3. Y'all ever just crave cotton candy? Because same. I bought a cotton candy maker on Amazon, and it says you can put your own like hard candies in it to make your own flavored cotton candy. And y'all, how good would it be if I put root beer bills in that and made root beer cotton candy? Like, knock it all the way off. That would be so good. Which, speaking of root beer, my ice cream is melting, which I feel like we talked about this earlier. 2. 3. I'm gonna have so much fun editing this video because people think that taking the video is the bulk of the work, but not editing is like where it's at. Like, absolutely not. All right, let's do this last one. Oh no, I got it. Y'all probably saw how bad that was. 1, 2, 3 right here. I didn't grab enough. See, y'all, this is exactly why I hate slip stitching. Like, slip stitching. Okay, did it. All right, y'all, we have completed the challenge. Almost. Hold on, let me make sure I can. Okay. Oh my god, and it came out so pretty. Okay, I'm proud of it. Now I'm gonna go wipe up my forehead, eat my melted ice cream, drink a bunch of water, and hopefully eat a hot dog. It was nice talking to you guys. Bye.